Hopefully, yes. It should be. Tama ba? Live na ba tayo? Yan, live na nga. Okay.
Pwede mo ba share yung link dito sa chatroom? Para dire-diretso, bato na nila.
Ayan. Alright. Okay, so i-discuss ko lang din yung green milestones na episode na series natin. It's going to be bi-monthly or monthly, depende rin sa availability natin. And it's in partnership with our friend, si Manny. Tapos, we will encourage mga people or groups, organization, individuals to be our guests, to inspire people. And ayun, para hindi lang mga sikat yung makikilala natin, kundi yung mga yung mga grassroots, mga grassroots individuals or groups. Yan. So naka-live na tayo sa Facebook. Ay, everyone, so yun. Welcome. So, wala pa rin ba si Sir Munir? Okay, siguro bago antayin natin si Sir Munir, mag-introduce kaya muna yung mga Zoom participants natin para makilala naman natin sila at makilala ng mga youth ambassador ng Kids Who Farm. Simulan natin kay Mike. Yes.
Actually, yung Kids Who Farm, actually pinapalo ko lang siya sa Instagram eh. Si Sir Monsi, kasi yung advocacy ng Kids Who Farm, parehas kami ng advocacy ng Lakbay Gulay. So, napansin ko siya sa Instagram, sabi ko, uy, ang ganda nito, ang galing nito ah. Tapos nung chinek ko yung Kids Who Farm sa Instagram, grabe, taga Zamboanga pala sila. Akala ko yung Kids Who Farm dito lang sa Metro Manila area. So nung chinek ko dun sa location nila, Zamboanga. So sabi ko kay Lisa, kontakin natin yung Kids Who Farm, makipag-tie up tayo sa kanila, siguro sa future. Actually, 1 year pa yon, matagal na, 1 year. Sabi ko, kailangan natin mag-connect dito sa Kids Who Farm kasi ang ganda ng advocacy. Isipin nyo, Kids Who Farm, mga bata. Majority po ng mga nasa Lakbay Gulay is mga adult, bibihira ang bata. So gusto namin matarget din yung mga bata para matutunan sila mag-connect sa gardening or mag-connect with nature or environment yung mga bata para hindi lang gadgets yung hinahawakan nila, hindi lang social media. Alam niyo yun? So magandang entry point. So kaya lang, unfortunately, biglang pumutok yung COVID-19 pandemic. So sabi namin, so wala tayong choice kundi Zoom na lang tayo sa kanila. So yun nga, nag-come up kami ni Lisa nito, dito namin sila na-invite, si Sir Monsi, si Sir Munir. So ayun. So kaya nag-come up tong talk na to. So ako'y nagpapasalamat sa Kids Who Farm at saka sa mga youth ambassadors, yung 3 youth ambassadors, na binigyan nila tayo ng pagkakataon makasama natin sila dito. Ang ganda kasi ng advocacy nila, di ba? Bibihira sa mga bata sa panahon ngayon ang nagugustuhan yung pagga-garden, yung planting, about plants. Mostly, yung mga bata ngayon, pag tinanong mo, merong ang isang research study, yung mga, hindi naman ko sinasabi lahat ng millennials, lalo na yung mga pinanganak ng 2010, pinapili nila nagkaroon sila ng social experiment, isang gadget, isang halaman. Pinapili nila yung bata, alam niyo pinili, gadget. So, di ba, nakakalungkot, di ba? So, kasi nga, yung pinanganak yung bata, panahon na ng gadgets.
Technology.
Oo, di ba? So, nakalimutan na. So, yun. Ang haba ng pakilala lang pala, sorry.
Just yourself lang naman.
Napunta na sa history. So anyway, So ako po si Michael Resurrection. Ako po ay isang volunteer din ng SIPCare. I'm the project coordinator of SIPCare sa Calabarzon area. And at the same time, ako po yung sa Lakbay Gulay. Ako po ay aspiring vlogger.
Welcome. Welcome.
Po ako sa YouTube. Ayan. At the same time, kami rin po yung nagme-maintain ng Green Camp Philippines. Yan, kami ni Lisa. Katulong namin sila Manny ng Happy Green Camp. Yan. Marami na ho kami na maging mga previous projects under ng Green Camp Philippines. So, yun po. Maraming salamat.
Alright. Yung nasa right ko is Isabel. Hi, Isabel.
Hi, Isabel.
Tsaka how are you na? Para sa mga friends natin. How old are you, Isabel?
5 years old.
Wow, 5 years old. And very interested ka to grow your own food also and to farm? Wow, very nice. Welcome, Isabel. And later, marami i-share si Sir Monsi at saka yung mga youth ambassadors natin para ma-encourage yung mga kids at a very young age to be involved na in in planting. Okay? So, the next is si Ria. Hi, Ria. How?
Her name is Megan.
Megan. Hi, Megan. Hello, welcome to our session. How old are you?
5.
Wow, 5. Sir Monsi, meron tayong dalawang 5 years old na participants. Si Isabel at saka si Megan. Ayan, nakakatuwa. So, welcome, Megan. And later, that will encourage you and your parents to grow your own food and to plant na rin as well. Okay? So, sino pa yung next? Si Alexis. Ayan.
Hello po.
Afternoon pala. Ayan. How old are you, Alexis? Sorry, tatanong.
Ay, 21 po.
21.
Opo. Hello po.
The session. Si Summer. Hi, Summer. Ayan.
I'm 5 years old. Hi.
So, meron tayong tatlong 5 years old. Mahiya naman. Si RJ. Hi, RJ.
Hello.
Later, birthday pala ni Summer. So, batiin natin siya ng happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday daw. Thank you.
All right.
I have a gift from my mama.
Tapos we have Wena. Sorry, may
Hello. Good afternoon. Excited to be here. I'm so at saka excited ako marinig yung mga kids.
Yes.
Thank you.
And then si Manny, nandito yung ating kaibigan na si Happy Green Thumb. Hi, Manny.
Hi, good afternoon. Pasensya na, medyo not feeling well today, but I'm excited para sa mga ambassadors natin kay Sir Monsi din to share their advocacy and their experience with Kids Who Farm. Pina-follow ko din sila sa Facebook ko lang din sila nakita. Tapos sa Instagram, at nakakabilib yung mga activities nila doon, yung mga challenges nila. Parang may hashtag sila every month. And then, daming nagpa-participate. So, excited ako marinig yung sharing ni Sir ngayon.
Yes, excited tayong lahat. And then, we have Marvin, our friend, vlogger din yan. And he's also a climate reality leader.
Hello po, good afternoon sa lahat.
Hi, Marvin.
Po.
Thank you for joining.
Sige po, makikisali lang po talaga ako. Hindi, siguro share ko lang, parang alam ko kasi may matututunan din po ako sa ibang tao, lalo na in terms of yun nga po, kung farming or pagtatanim po, pag-aalaga ng mga halaman. So excited po ako may matutunan ngayon.
Yes. Kami rin excited. Thank you, Marvs.
Thank you din po.
Miss Vivian Tabu. Miss Viv, taga saan po kayo?
Pampanga.
Oo nga, parang familiar
Yeah.
from our EcoBricks trainer.
Yeah. I do eco-brick training and climate change. Interested to learn from the kids.
Yeah.
Oo, kasi sabi ko parang naiiba, di ba? Yun na yung bata ang nagli-lead on this type of activity. Kaya makikinig ako at alam ko marami ako matututunan.
Wow, yes. Kami rin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Viv. We have Abiram. Hi, Abiram. Hello? Okay, makamute si Abiram. Yan. Abiram, how old are you? Parang mga 11 yata to or 10. Sige, nakamute. 12. Okay, so meron tayong tatlong 5 years old and we have one that's 12 years old. So, and the rest. Tapos si Brenda, last but not the least. Hi, Brenda.
Good afternoon po.
Yan. Kasama natin to sa PNU, Philippine Normal University. Yan, sa UNESCO Club. Okay. All right. So since nandito na, thank you Brenda for joining. So since nandito na si Sir Monsi, I'll give the floor to Sir Monsi na. So take it away, Sir Monsi.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. Buenas tardes. Greetings from Zamboanga City. Thank you so much, Mike and Liz, for having us here. I think ito yung first na episode na inyong show, and we're very much fortunate na kasama kami doon sa first na episode niyo. Meron lang akong konting presentation kung okay lang. I guess si Liz has the copy of the material. Okay naman na i-share natin. It's a few slides lang naman. Ayun, yan. So it's an introduction to Kids Who Farm. Yeah. So we are actually around 4 team members. We're a very small team, but we have a lot of volunteers over the months that we have implemented the program. And kami natutuwa kasi hindi lang naman dito sa Zamboanga yung mga naging kabahagi ng Kids Who Farm. Essentially sa buong Pilipinas. Marami na rin. No? So, nung nagkaroon kami ng inventory kung ilan na yung total na nag-participate, na kilahok, na hindi lang kabataan, pati na rin yung mga kababaihan, pati na rin yung mga iba pang mga parents, ganyan. Umabot na rin pala kami sa sobra 1,000 yung mga na-train namin. So, nakakatuwa. So, and medyo hindi ka namin na-realize na gano'n na pala. No? And we have been implementing the advocacy initiative for like over a year already. And kung nakikita niyo sa larawan, may naka-green dyan. Yan si Raina. Siya yung co-founder ng Kids Who Farm. Siya yung gumawa ng avatar na yan. Basically, kami yung core team members. No? So, from left to right, si OJ, si Ken, si Amina, si Raina, yan, si Yong, and then yung nasa last, ako daw yun, yung naka-eyeglasses din. So, and we started Kids Who Farm in 2019, February. During the 9th birthday ni Ryan, yung co-founder ko. So, bakit namin sinimulan ito? Basically, ito yung brainchild ni Ryan, yung Kids Who Farm. Ako lang talaga yung parang nag-build into something na maging advocacy initiative. But the thought of engaging the kids, the youth in meaningful activity on food and farming really came from the idea of my daughter. She has this idea of saving the school garden, or at least doing something for her school garden, which is in a public school here in Zamboanga. And we thought of writing the principal. And sabi niya, we should write the principal to ask if we can help in developing the garden. And I told her, why not write as a group, no? Parang ito tayo lang yung nakalagay yung pangalan natin. But meron tayong grupo. So that the name Kids of Farm actually came after nung nag-usap kami na sulatan natin yung principal. Yeah. So, and besides, meron din talagang drive, no, for her to um, you know experience the how it is like to do farming ganyan. So, and it makes me happy to also realize na yung daughter ko is interested in that one kasi personally I work in a development organization na ang focus ko naman ay agriculture din talaga. So parang at least man lang I have done something to influence, no? Little by little doon sa mga interest ng daughter ko. Yeah, so kaya nabuo namin yung Kids of Farm. And then yung core team namin ay galing sa first participants namin sa aming training which we conducted last March 2019. And from that group of young people who are actually leaders, these are young leaders here in Zamboanga, we formed Kids of Farm. Yeah, so, yeah, next slide, please. So from Rhina's idea, sabi niya, if we're gonna engage the kids and the young ones into agriculture and farming, let's not complicate it. Let's make it fun and easy. And basically, that's what drives our work, no? Kasi as adult, as professionals, we have kasi the tendency to complicate things. Pero sa mind ng isang bata, gusto lang naman niya maging fun and easy. In fact, ang motivation niya for doing the things that we do is that whenever we have trainings, whenever we have learning sessions, isa sa mga gusto niya is that she's able to meet new friends. She's able to eat good food, sabi na, and travel. So, yun yung kanyang sort of motivation. So, that's the same sort of motto that we followed in Kids Who Farm, just to make farming fun and easy, make it light. Because if you want to engage the kids in the issue of food and farming, dapat i-break down mo yung complexity ng topic. So what we did when we had the chance of doing face-to-face training before the COVID pandemic, we actually integrated arts, we integrated role playing into the different modules that we have developed for urban agriculture, for urban container farming, so that the kids will be able to really appreciate and simplify. Ganun lang naman yung thought ng making it fun and easy, to simplify processes so that they are able to meaningfully participate in the activities. Yeah. So next slide. So the whole thought process actually na-realize namin na it's really about educating the kids about food and farming is really about inspiring them in the first place. And by saying inspiring, I'm also looking at or emphasizing the bigger role of adults and parents in the whole process of educating the kids. Kaya nagsisimula tayo dun sa usapin na dapat mag-participate ang mga parents sa pag-educate ng kanilang mga kabataan about agriculture starting from home. So agriculture and appreciation of food and farming really starts at home. Yun yung gusto na ba sa bahay, we're trying to teach our kids how to eat the right food, how to eat a healthy diet, how to not waste food. How about teaching them about growing food? Kasi interconnected naman yun siya. Hindi pwedeng ihiwalay yung production or growing the food and eating the food. So, mahalaga na magsimula sa bahay kasi lahat naman ng mga formative ideas or formation aspect ng kabataan nagsisimula sa bahay. So, maganda na i-inspire muna natin yung mga bata kasi nakikita natin na pag na-inspire sila, magkakaroon sila ng attention or magkakaroon sila ng interest. No? And later on, that will develop into something big. No? And maybe down the line in agriculture and farming. So, ganun muna yung tinitingnan naming aspeto ng work ng Kids Who Farm. Although may technical aspect din talaga siya, but you want to make it really easy, make it very convenient for them para mas ano siya, tawag natin chewable, mas digestible sa kanila. Yung mga next slide please. Yan. So, yan isang nakikita niyo, nag-train kami sa isang public school dito sa Zamboanga. Yan. So, yung vision talaga namin as an organization, as an advocacy organization, and actually we're organizing Kids Who Farm as a social enterprise as well, is to reverse the persistent trend of aging Filipino farmers. And how do you do that? Of course, we need to build the expertise of the youth in agriculture and realizing that it takes a while, it takes a process to educate the youth. We should capacitate them in a manner na they will appreciate farming from a perspective of career, livelihood. So, importante pa rin yung role ng creating urban green jobs, incubation opportunities for the youth. Para down the line, they were able to realize na there's really there's some business, there's potential, economic potential of farming, not just to secure their food, but also to contribute meaningfully to the society. Yeah. So yun yung aming vision. Okay, next slide. Yeah, so yung na-mention ko kanina, parang over the months, we have engaged with a number of organizations, both from the academy, yung mga universities here in Zamboanga and public schools, and also the private sector. No? Meron kami mga partners from NGOs, mga local business who are also into helping kids. And of course, yung pinaka-highlight talaga dun sa mga work na ginagawa namin, na-realize namin na there's plenty of youth and youth-led organizations that are doing really well in terms of providing interventions sa mga kabataan. Isa lang na kailangan i-strengthen is yung intervention, particularly addressing food security. So in the case of our work here, we actually work with Rotaract clubs, mga JCI clubs, and we work with the Sangguniang Kabataan to further yung advocacy on engaging them in agriculture, basically urban agriculture. So yan. Next. Yeah, next slide, please. So one of the things that we're doing in terms of advancing yung meaningful participation ng mga kabataan sa food and farming on a more strategic approach is to work with the Sangguniang Kabataan. So we have a good partnership with, at least for now, we are starting with 3 Sangguniang Kabataan here in Zamboanga. To implement what we call youth food garden. So ito ay isang offshoot nangyari sa atin ngayon. We're promoting community gardens, we're promoting growing your own food. Nakita namin na mas strategic if you engage with institutions. No? So Sangguniang Kabataan of reaching out or having that wide reach and impact, mas mahalaga yung role kasi ng kabataan doon sa locality, no, in really pushing for the agenda na mag-participate ang mga kabataan sa food and farming. So what we develop is a learning module or learning sessions with our Sangguniang Kabataan here, and also to not just learn but really apply the learnings. No? So we were able to establish mga community food gardens. So we call it youth food garden kasi it's a youth managed garden. Wherein sila mismo ang nagtayo ng kanilang youth garden, and then lahat ng gustong maging interested sa food and farming can go to the youth garden to learn. So para siyang learning site, no, yung youth food garden. But basically, ito yun din yung nagiging basihan ng ating sangguniang kabataan to craft appropriate barangay ordinance that will address food security at the barangay level. Kasi sabi natin, pag hindi naman naka-apply yung kanilang mga legislation on like yung gardening, no, sa mga kabahayan, dun sa practical experience ng mga nag-craft ng batas, parang hindi din ganun kalalim yung kanilang pag-intindi. So nakita namin na kung ang sangguniang kabataan mismo meron silang sariling youth garden, alam nila yung proseso on how to grow their food, and appreciate nila yung buong process na yan, nakikita natin na mas meaningful yung magiging contribution nila to particular legislation to encourage their constituents, no, to grow the food. So yun yung aming ginagawa, no, for as far as our work with the Sangguniang Kabataan. Ayan. So, yeah, next. Next slide. Yeah, so that's another one that we've been running, and this is our social enterprise model for Kids of Farm, is that we're implementing what we call the school micro farm project. So a school micro farm is essentially idea niya is that we figured out that there's plenty of idle spaces in public schools, no, in urban areas. So here in Zamboanga, in urban Zamboanga, may mga senior high school, mga public elementary school, the bigger schools, which have enough space na nakatiwangwang lang. So what we do is to sort of parang usufruct, if you're familiar with that. We came in to develop the school area into what we call a micro farm. So the concept of micro farm is that we're gonna convert that area into productive farm. Kids Farm acting as consolidator and link to the market, and Kids Farm providing the needed capital or at least yung investment to develop the area. And in turn, we're gonna help the school provide access to hyper-local vegetables. And then the second aspect is very important. Is down the line, the faculty members and school children will be involved in the whole micro-farm enterprise. So, sinabi kong enterprise kasi hindi katulad ng gulayan sa paaralan, yung mga kids that are involved in the micro-farm will earn from the products, no, from the marketing of vegetables being produced in the micro-farm. And they will be paid. So, ang theory of change namin is that at the early age, kung yun din isang tanong ko nung nag-gardening ako, bakit hindi ako nabigyan ng partida ng garden. That would somehow shape my perspective that there's really income, there's really livelihood out of doing agriculture. So yun yung isang ano namin. And then that micro farm also act as a learning hub, learning site, no, for parents, teachers association to learn about urban farming, urban agriculture, kasi we integrate in the micro farm different urban agriculture technologies. We have hydroponics, may mga vertical gardening, vertical farming, and so on. Parang business model actually in the micro farms that you can create a network of of urban schools, no, which have micro farms, where we can actually shorten the food mileage of the vegetables from the source of food to the consumer. Kasi we figured out here in terms of vegetables, and if we can utilize yung impact sa education aspect that we want to farming. So yeah, so we have one on the line. Next slide. Next slide, please. Also, our introduction to, or our brief introduction to our youth ambassadors. Kids of Farm was fortunate naman to work with like-minded organizations. No? Kahit new organizations kami, new organization na kami, meron din naman kami na naging kasama dun sa advocacy work. So, over the last 4 months, starting April, we actually had this online class on urban container farming, where we trained at least mga nasa 300 plus completers na train namin on urban container farming through an online course. And we had this competition. We called it Urban Edible Gardening Challenge. We launched nationwide last June, and was participated by youth fellowship, or like a cohort where they have different assignments as they progress during the 1 month or the month-long training, and then their food garden. And luckily, and these are really good leaders na yung ambassadors natin, who really proved na within the short period of time and with appropriate training and interest na talaga, they can really create their own food garden. So we're happy to introduce yung aming mga youth ambassador from Cebu, from Liloan, Cebu, si Efrel Apas, and then from Dao Capiz, yan si Emmy Espejalbo, and then from Tagum City, which is siya din ay isang Boy Scout, si Ryan J. Tadulan. Yan, so yun ang aming youth ambassadors. Yan. So, yeah, Kids of Farm has been doing community work then, continuously doing this kind of work as our advocacy, and hopefully we can connect with everyone who's interested. And then, of course, we're very much thankful sa Lakbay Gulay sa Green Camp Philippines. We're having us, and we'll be more happy to entertain questions kung meron kayong tanong tapos aming ginagawa, and maybe we can also learn from you. So thank you so much, and good afternoon.
Yan. Yes, thank you so much, Sir Munir. Ang ganda ng presentation. Meron ba kayong mga question about the presentation made by Sir Munir? Actually, ako meron, pero later na lang siguro.
Please, shout out lang tayo dun sa FB Live.
Sige.
Shout out daw tayo kay Maricel Pagsulingan from Bayambang, Pangasinan. We love you. And then si Irwin Resurrection watching in Australia. Okay. Yogi Padilla, hello Lakbay Gulay. Beda Rexy, watching in San Andres. Manila to siguro. Jay, and then si Ma'am Wen, si Carl Vicente from Parañaque. Flor Gabiola from Santa Barbara. Wow, Pangasinan. At Nanta from Rizal. And then si Irwin ulit. So, hello po, thank you for watching. Sana po mag-enjoy kayo.
Okay, yan.
Maabot na tayo ng Australia.
Oo. Actually, Sir Monty, naputol yung sinasabi nyo kanina while you're discussing about gulayan sa paaralan related versus school microfarm. At some point, you mentioned na in microfarming, yung mga students nag-earn sila compared to gulayan sa paaralan, which is mostly harvest. We do kasi gulayan sa paaralan. We partner sa Safe Care. Meron kaming advocacy po, yung aming volunteer, yung aming organization where we volunteer. May gulayan sa paaralan project. But that's just gulayan. Yun lang, gulayan sa paralan. But you mentioned kanina, school microfarm where the kids are earning. So, pero naputol, sir eh. Can
Yeah,
you about it?
yeah, the idea of school microfarm is really to, yung theory of change namin, kumbaga, is that at the early age, when the kids are able to really see that there's an income potential dun sa work that they do in gardening and in farming, magkakaroon siya ng inspiration or different perspective in terms of the potential of agriculture. So it comes also from my personal experience naman as a public school student na di ba nag-gardening ng araw tapos hindi din namin talaga natikman yung aming ginarden or hindi namin nakuha yung benefits of the harvest. Parang may grado pero wala talaga actual income. So yun yung gusto namin. Kaya the reason why we want to make it a micro farm, like a serious farm talaga siya, because we want to ensure that it's gonna be sustainable by linking it to the market and having the kids experience not just the growing aspect but also the selling aspect of the whole process of food production. So mayroon siyang agro-enterprise component. So and then an idea doon is that they will be given financial reward or fair share of the income by the school microfarm because it's going to be it's a social enterprise model naman that income will be plowed back to the school, will be plowed back to the whoever is participating in the actual process of producing the food or the vegetables.
Nice. Okay. Kasi meron kaming na-visit ni Mike na school sa Singapore and ganyan din yung ginagawa nila, sir. I think it's more of micro farming where they have yung meron silang farm sa top layer ng kanilang school. In-encourage nila yung mga bata to plant and then harvest. Tapos meron silang market day. So, yun kasi sa bansa nila parang very open. Pero sa atin parang kulang pa siguro yung awareness campaign about doing such school microfarming. I don't think na, to be honest, kasi laging gulayan sa paralan. Parang doon na nag-stop. Pero yung microfarming parang bagong konsepto na sana we can also incorporate sa mga eskwelahan para hindi lang siya natatapos dun sa pagtatanim. Tapos madalas kasi yung mga bata hindi rin nakakatikim ng harvest nila eh. Nangyari na, which is totoo naman kasi may kapartner kami mga public schools so iba yung nag-harvest. But siguro yung school microfarm, if we can implement it on a bigger scale, let's say, hindi lang, siguro sa mga iba-ibang parte ng Pilipinas, yung mga public schools lalo na, siguro, mas, hindi lang tayo mas ma-appreciate nila yung ganitong konsepto, imbis na yung sa gulayan lang. Kasi parang, yun lang ang nakikita ko. Para kasing paggulayan sa paralan, very limited. Pero pag pinasok na natin yung microfarming wherein nagkakaroon siya ng profit kahit hindi naman ganun kalaking profit, for sure. But meron pa rin silang makukuha. I think that will encourage mga bata to plant and kahit papano to also encourage pati mga parents nila to do the same. Diba? Tawang ganun.
Monchi, saan yung mga seeds nyo? Yung mga pantanim?
Saan namin kinukuha, sir?
Oo.
For the school microfarm, we are in partnership with the City Agriculturist Office of Zamboanga. So they're part of this project. So Kids Farm is a partner ng City Agriculture Office. So kumbaga we're helping the city agriculture in the urban agriculture aspect dito, at least for Zamboanga. No? And they support us very well dun sa mga kailangan, hindi lang seeds, no, pati yung inputs. Just to jumpstart the school microfarm. So when we started one school microfarm here, most of the inputs from seedling tray, from seeds, from molasses, and other vermicompost, ganyan, were provided by the City Agriculture Office.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yung mga technical aspect, yung mga technical know-how, galing sa mga LGUs na yun, yung nagtuturo sa inyo.
Yes, they support us, but doon sa technology transfer talaga yung actual project implementation. That's kids who farm na. Kami na yung gumagawa nun. So yeah, we actually involve volunteers, youth volunteers in the whole like paggawa ng mga pag-establish ng garden kasi our existing school microfarm is a former dump site. No, we converted it's about 800 to 1,000 square meter. It's a former dump site, so we need really more hands para ma-establish siya kasi madumi ganyan, maraming ano. So with the help of youth, volunteers, we're able to parang learning na rin nila. We're able to establish it. So what we're trying to establish here is a system, no? So yung school microfarm system, kaya yung sinabi ni Liz kanina na if we can replicate it, yun talaga yung goal namin. So we're just going to develop a system and it's going to be hopefully easy to adapt down the line, hindi lang dito sa amin, but in other areas na gustong matuto doon sa process ng school microfarm.
Yes, actually maganda siya nga Sir Monsi. So siguro we can work collaborate on it, ganyan. Tama ba, Mike? Ayan. So,
yeah, sure. Ano lang naman we're all students naman dito. So.
So hindi lang Sir Monsi Zamboanga yung nag-adapt ng kids who farm. So may other areas din like yung mga areas nila Isabel, si Epri. So yun. So ina-adapt din yung
okay, sa mga Sir Mike, yung sa mga volunteers, we're hindi school microfarm but we're trying to work with them kasi sila yung nagiging parang coordinators namin sa locality nila to work with their local SK or youth organizations to create community food gardens. Yung aming hope sa kanila. So yan. So I think andito naman si April. Si April kasi we're trying to work, hindi pa namin nasimulan pero nag-uusap na kami how to proceed with sa kanyang community, no? Communal garden na sila mismo nag-lead mga youth.
Ang galing, Ang galing. So nagba-branch out talaga yung vision ng kids who farm from other areas. Hindi lang talaga nakatutok sa Zamboanga.
Yes. Actually, sir, meron din kaming na ganito, kaya lang nagkaroon ng pandemic. Di ba, meron kami with Mike and then Lakbay Gulay na magtatanim kami sa paaralan pero hindi siya limited to yung gulayan lang sa paaralan. We will also integrate yung cooking of the foods na galing doon mismo sa paaralan. But siguro yung konsepto ng micro-farming, pwede rin pa namin siyang ma-adapt or paano kaya yun, sir? I mean, if merong gusto rin na gagawin yun or i-adapt sa mga area nila, paano kaya yun, sir? Particularly sa Luzon or sa Visayas, ganyan.
Yeah, kaya naman talagang i-implement siya. In fact, yung work na ginagawa namin ay hindi naman siya, marami sa activities is really virtual. So, meron lang kaming stages nung pag-implement. So, one of the biggest challenge kasi is really to work with mga change champions kasi alam natin, hindi naman lahat ng partners or at least yung schools would be interested to implement this type of project kasi alam naman natin din busy yung mga partner schools karoon lang kami ng magandang opportunity to really work with one school na may dedicated na faculty who's also doing talaga the actual management of the microfarm. So, and yun nga, ang idea nun is not just like production, but we're trying to also uh, put in place yung enterprise aspect. So which is really about teaching kids get value chain. Ano lang, yung pagkain nila, hindi lang naman hanggang farm yun. Yung buong value chain. So yun, kasama na rin yun. And then kami nag-leverage with the partner. Pero since we have a very micro farm, we can leverage this as a project. In our case here, we work with JCI. JCI has been providing us material support. And then of course, there's the city agriculture office.
Okay. Nice.
Yan.
So, yun. Meron bang question from our Zoom panels for Sir Monsi? And andito na rin pala yung ating mga youth ambassadors. So, ang nandito lang, sir, kasi is si April at saka si Emmy. So, ayan. Meron ba kayong questions, guys, for them? Or sa mga sa mga viewers natin sa Facebook?
Yeah. Hello.
Ayan. So, ang dami kong questions, Sir Monsi, eh. Kaya lang.
Shout out kay Ma'am Karen sa Carias Pascua. Yan. Tsaka kay Angel
Hello, Ma'am Karen.
From Dasmariñas, Cavite. Actually, si Angel Gonzalo is teacher po siya ng Pag-asa National High School. So they are doing this Gulian sa Paaralan. So previously naka-tie up na po namin sila sa Gulian sa Paaralan under ng SIPCare Go Palakas program. Hello, Sir Angel Gonzalo.
All right. Welcome.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Siguro let's hear ulit yung mga ambassadors ng ng Kids Who Farm. Let's hear it again from them.
I-share ko na yung ating mga participant. Pop share.
Alright. Thank you.
Ano ba? Tama ba yan?
Yan.
Yan, kita na. Okay.
Okay na.
Si April at saka si Emmy, sir, nag-introduce na sila kanina about yung kanilang, paano sila naging involved sa edad nila. And gusto ko lang sanang i-ask at tanongin kasi, di ba yung pinaka-main vision ng Kids Who Farm is to reverse yung yung trend na yung mga farmers gabi nasa mga 57 to 59 years old. So with their involvement at an early age, tatanong ko siguro sa kanila, will it have like a change of mindset na ito na, magfa-farm na lang ako or into agriculture na lang ako, ganyan. Kasi di ba sabi nga agriculture is dying in the Philippines eh. So since we don't want that to happen, being an agricultural centered country, your involvement ba with Kids Who Farm change that mindset na parang ito na lang ako ito na yung pupurso ko, agriculture, farming, anything related to growing our food. Yun, gusto ko lang sanang malaman.
Sino ba yung first na magsasalita?
Ako na lang po.
Real.
Actually po, isa po akong college student ngayon at kurso ko pa is education. Actually, one of the choices po na akin ay isang maging agriculturist dahil, sanabi ko na po kanina na mahilig ko po talaga ako sa mga tanim-tanim. So, it's one of my choices to be an agriculturist. And since matatawag na hindi siya applicable para sa akin ngayon dahil una po, wala po akong kalupaan. So, pero may garden naman po ako sa amin. Pero yung sinabi niyo po nga na maging isang agriculture, hindi naman po problema sa akin na maging agriculture dahil masasabi ko rin po na pag wala yung agriculture, mahihirapan po tayo. So as a person, hindi ko naman po dinisregard yung pagiging agriculture o yung yun nga po yung hindi lang mag-agriculture dahil po yan ang trabaho po nasa field or yun. Marami po kasi mga tao na dinidegrade yung pagiging isang agriculture or yun po minamaliit pero hindi nila po alam kung ano or gaano kahalaga ang isang ano ang halaga ng agriculture dito sa atin. Kaya po hindi po siya ano sa akin na hindi po siya kawalan or hindi po siya ano pang sabihin nito isa po siyang para sa akin isang mahalagang bagay na hindi ko po ikakahiya if ever man po na magiging isang agriculture ako dahil alam ko po kung anong kahalagahan nito at para akin importante po siya sa atin ngayon. Po.
Yes, thank
Ito
you.
po.
Oo. Actually, kahit naman feeling ko kahit naman nasa education sector ka or gusto mo maging teacher, pwede mo ring magamit 'yun para
Yes po.
estudyante mo maturo mo yung pagpapahalaga ng yung tatanim, 'di ba? So,
yes po. Meron po yan. So na po yung kinuha ko na kurso ay social studies. So mostly may feeling ako dahil social studies abroad one and I think matatouch din po namin yung mga ganyan. Ano po? Yung sa economics and sa society din po.
Yes, meron kaming mga kaibigan na teachers ng social studies din ng mga course and yun nga very sila sa mga issues. So, yun. Very nice. Thank you, April. Si Emmy
Thank you din po. You're welcome.
Ayan si Emmy. Medyo nakamute.
Actually, I am a graduate already of my course, which is education then, and I am already a licensed professional teacher. Pero kasi yung parents ko is a farmer, so I was honed and molded to be mahilig sa garden then, and it doesn't mean that I am a teacher, hindi ko na siya ma-apply sa magiging estudyante ko. Instead, magiging help pa siya. Like for example, sa mga bata na nilito na bakit marami ng bata na hindi gusto mag-farm, which is nowadays, this time nare-realize natin yung importance ng farmer sa atin kasi yung food is now very basic necessity siya or next to health. So, para siyang as a teacher, maganda kang halimbawa sa mga bagong estudyante or bagong generation or new generation na mag-engage din sa farming, sa urban container farming or sa field na farming sa lahat. Kasi marami kang matututunan and then maganda siya, nakakatulong sa kalikasan. And then may magandang maitulong para sa akin.
Yes, agree. Okay, yan, tama. Ano pa ba? Sino ba may question dyan? Manny, may question ka ba with our youth ambassadors? Or Marvin, Wena? Ay, nakamute ba kayo? Meron bang question? Yan. Wala, okay.
Wala.
So ako may question pa. Ang dami kong question. So sir, meron tayong mga ages 5 years old sa audience, 12 years old na mga bata. So, syempre medyo pa lang yan limited lang yung access nila sa gardening or growing their own food. Paano kaya nila, I think nandyan din yung mga parents. So, paano kaya natin sila ma-encourage na at an early age, ma-involve na sila sa farming or growing their own food?
Actually, yung kahalagahan ng agriculture appreciation really starts at home. So, lalo na ngayong nagkakaroon tayo ng maraming oras sa bahay. Mahalaga yung it's a family affair. Nakikita ko na kasama katuwang or kasama talaga ng parents yung bata doon sa pagtuturo sa kanya about growing food. So, and na-realize din namin na educating the youth also means educating the parents. Because how can the parents teach the kids about growing food kung hindi naman din nila alam in the first place? No? So, kaya hindi naman pwedeng mag-garden lang yung bata na 5 years old na mag-isa, no? Using tools or anything like that na walang kasamang parent. Pero yung thought kasi of home farming or gardening as a way for us to educate our kids, not so much on food production kasi hindi pa naman talaga nila magigets yung concept no essence ng food security. Medyo malalim pa na usapin yan. Pero pwede nating maging learning or educational site or educational platform yung garden natin to teach our kids about the environment, to teach our kids about basics of life, the cycle of life. Kasi matuturo mo yung mga bigger concept ng environment sa isang garden kasi pwede mo ma-explain yung lupa, soil, ma-explain mo ano yung characteristics ng soil, ano yung nandyan sa soil, ma-explain mo yung water, ano yung water cycle, dun sa basic concept ng isang garden. So, I think doon nagsisimula yung consciousness na yon sa mga bata, yung at a young age, kasi mga 5 or like mga preschool ng mga bata. Hindi not so much on like reading the aspect of it, but essentially it's about life, about creation. So yun ang aspect na nakikita namin na mahalaga doon sa involvement of kids. And of course, yun ang mahalagang role na matutunan din ng parents kasi kailangan talaga na capacitated din sila on how to grow the food kasi how can they better explain it na kung wala naman din talaga sila alam doon sa topic na yan.
Yes, nga. Thank you. Thank you, Monsi. Actually, may question tayo from Ma'am Maria. Daughter niya si Megan. Yan. 5 years old siya. Sabi ni Ma'am, ano pong gulay or crop aside from munggo ang pwede nang suggest for kids to start yung planting? Good, di ba? As a science, yung science project, munggo palagi. Madaling i-grow kasi kids get sad when.
Okay.
Ano po kayong pwede niyo pong masuggest?
Kasi yung mga pwede mong itanim yung mga talbos. Yun ang pinakamadali. Talbos ng kamote, talbos ng alugbati, or yung stalk ng kangkong. Yan. Yung si Ryan, co-founder ng Kids to Farm, yan siya, DIY hydroponics ng cuttings ng basil. Yan. So, pero sa tingin ko, yung mga talbos talaga, yun talaga yung mga easiest to do and grow. And ma-appreciate na kaagad nila na may tumubo, di ba? Nakikita nila yung roots ng tanim. Ganyan. So, you can start with that one.
Yes, actually, cuttings nga lang siya, Sir Monsi, di ba? Parang mo lang and then tutusok mo sa soil. Tapos, pwede rin water muna until mag-roots. Tapos, may growth na nakikita. So, kasi sabi niya, kids get sad kasi when plants die. Totoo naman yan, but it's a part of the learning process. Yung gano'n. Diba, sir? Parang...
Yes. I think yun din kailangan maintindihan natin, ma-explain natin sa mga bata. Kasi at least yung mga bata kasi, they have this very open mind. Yun yung na-realize ko it's easy to teach kids than to teach adults. Kasi when you're teaching kids, they're just like absorbing everything. When you're teaching adults, they're having a hard time unlearning all the things that they have learned. So, yung may kita nila na tumutubo yung kanilang tanim, na-appreciate nila yan lahat. So, ang isa lang siguro na kailangan talagang i-sure na mayroong mas see-through ng bata yung buong process of growing the food. kasi para makita talaga niyo yung stages. And I always believe talaga na yung growing the food naman is a science. So, para siyang may process. So, pwede natin sabihin sa ating mga bata na wala naman talagang mistakes, di ba? Walang mistakes in gardening, only experiments. So, pwede nating ulitin yan hanggang ma-perfect natin yung process. But, yung pagkakaroon nga ng green thumb, andito si green thumb, si ma'am, is a process. Of course, pag hindi mo nasunod yung step 1, 2, 3, syempre hindi ka magsasucceed. So, balikan mo lang. Ganun lang naman yun eh.
Sir Monsi, may tanong sa akin, piniem. Ano daw pong best time to teach your kids? Morning or afternoon? And then, ilang minutes daw po ang ini-spend nyo?
For me, walang particular time eh. Pero mahirap kasing gisingin ng mga bata ng maagang-maaga, di ba? Kasi pag morning, syempre, take advantage mo yung hindi pa ganun kataas yung sikat ng araw. Kasi alas 9, alas 10, parang hindi nata sila mag-gardening yan. No? Pero na lang kung indoor. But afternoons are also good kasi dito sa aming urban farm or urban garden, maganda yung may sunset, nakikita mo yung sunset. So while you're doing, di ba, watering the plants, ganyan, may view ka ng sunset. So depends on you really. Pero tingin ko naman, hindi mo naman dapat pilitin talaga yung bata to everyday merong gano'n. Dahan-dahan pa rin siyang proseso. So tingnan natin kung makikita nila, pwede nga hayaan mo lang silang maglaro ng lupa eh. Yun yung ginagawa ko eh. Mahala na masira nila yung mga ibang plants or yung nasa pot na plants natatapon sa lupa, hinahayaan ko na lang yun. Especially na meron akong baby pa, no? Mga siguro 1 year old, no? 1 year old na baby. Para lang ma-experience niya yung gano'n, ma-appreciate niya yung amoy ng lupa, amoy ng halaman, ganyan. Hinayaan ko lang na sirain niya yung or i-harvest niya yung mga herbs ko na parsley, tinatanggal niya. Hinahayaan ko lang siya. Para lang talaga ma-experience niya yung gano'n. And hopefully, lang naman tayo na mayroong positive impact yun sa kanya down the line. No? Yeah.
Yung follow-up question niya, ano daw po yung pinakamadali na pwede ituro sa bata? Na either vegetable or ornamental plants?
Madaling ituro na itanim. Actually, you can start nga yung mga talbos na nag-root na, na pinatroot mo yan sa tubig. Pwede nating jointly kayang gagawa ng pagtatanim yan. So, pwede yan. No? Or ang pinaka-easiest would be to water the plants. Actually, yun yung pinakamadali. Although, down the line, pag nagiging routine na siya, parang sumusuko na yung bata. Maglidilig na naman ako ng halaman. So, pero, to start with, yan ang pinakamadali. Bigyan mo siya ng sprinkler at hayaan mo siya na diligan yung tanim.
Sir, may question din ako from my end. May nag-send. Sabi ni Ma'am Isabel, do you have programs that are immediately actionable to engage and motivate kids to do gardening? Example, show and tell of their plants with the token to motivate them.
Meron kaming online class na it's been running now. Every week meron kaming 2 session. Pero yung design modules namin, naka 8 modules yan siya, na every module may parang assignment ka. So that's very doable talaga. So parang that's one na meron kami existing ngayon. So right after a module or a lecture, pwede na kaagad mag-start. Like for example, soil mixing or soil preparation or making your container or making your fertilizer, easy fertilizers to make. Pwede na kaagad, actionable na yan kasi pagkatapos nila ng theory, pwede nilang i-apply and very easy lang yung steps. So yun yung meron kami na immediate ngayon na kahit distance learning, pwede namin ma-share. So if she's interested to join with her kids, pwede naman na mag-register sila.
Yes, so kids who farm, visit nila yung Kids Who Farm na Facebook and para makaregister sila. So,
yes.
Another question, how can people support Kids Wupan?
Okay, yes. Lalo na yung mga gustong tumulong pero parang siguro baka funding, gano'n. Or share yung mga share sa social media. Ano pa?
Well, yeah, even if you just sharing the stuff that we post on social media, malaking tulong na po talaga yun. Pero if you also want to help us, either materially or financially, meron kasi kaming ginagawa na second round na kami, but mag-third round kami na para siyang crowdfunding to support our frontliners. So that's one. What we're doing what we do is that kasi meron na rin kaming na-establish ng mga community dito sa Zamboanga ng mga farmers. No? May mga women farmers kami na-establish na namin yung kanilang community farm since last year. So what we do is that we source gulay from them through the crowdfunding na nakuha namin. And then we purchase gulay and then we distribute it to our community frontliners, yung mga barangay health workers, yung mga basurero, yung mga yung mga we also had mga hospital na frontliners, yung mga janitor, mga guard, ganyan. So nagkaroon na kami ng second round ng fundraising na yun. And like maybe a week ago, we distributed the second tranche ng support to the frontliners. So ito yung mga veggie pack. So yung mga 3 kilos na gulay, assorted gulay from the farmers na sinosource namin. So yun, that's one. And the other one is that we're actually doing this Share a Seed initiative. Namimigay po kami ng seed sa mga youth, sino man na gustong humingi ng seed sa amin. And definitely, may mga nagsusupport sa amin naman for us to purchase the seeds.
Yung seed sa garden niyo yan, sir? Mga pinatanim yung garden?
Yung seeds, sir, binili namin siya of course, sa mga seed supply stores. Ginawa lang namin, nirepack lang namin siya. And we distribute it kung sino yung gustong pumunta dito at humingi ng seeds, bigay namin sa kanila. So, yan. Yung first na run namin nung Share a Seed initiative, we partnered kasi with Tipid Tanim Challenge. I don't know if narinig nyo na yung grupo na yan. They're based in Cotabato City. And Kids Farm is their distribution point ng mga free seeds dito sa Zamboanga. But on top of that one, we also we also source our funding for the seeds na pino-purchase namin on top of the support ng City Agri. Kasi yung City Agri support is for our school microfarms and the community food gardens. So, yan. So, marami na rin kami nabigyan ng mga seeds. Hindi na lang namin ma-account kung ilan yun sila lahat. Pero hopefully, nakapag-establish naman sila ng kanilang mga gardens sa bahay. Especially nung kasagsagan talaga nung mga lockdown dito.
Sir Monsi, ano ulit yung challenge? Yung kanina nabanggit mo?
Tipid Tanim Challenge.
Tipid Tanim Challenge.
Yes. Isa silang grupo na nakabase sa Cotabato City. Ang kanilang founder ay si Naz Buisan. Siya siyang professor sa isang state university doon sa Bangsamoro. So, kami yung kanilang partner dito sa Zamboanga. Kami yung nagdi-distribute ng mga seeds nila dito sa Zamboanga.
Okay, yan. Actually, may follow-up question, sir, kanina. Are yung tungkol dun sa class, are those modules kid-friendly, easy to understand, and are they free?
Number one, yes, they're free. We're giving them out for free. All the materials after the lecture, it's all yours. Interesting kasi we're using highly mga visuals sa mga PowerPoints namin. Visuals talaga siya. So more of visual presentations. No? At may konting explanation. Pero hopefully, based naman dun sa mga sumali sa amin, naintindihan naman nila at nag-enjoy naman sila. Yan. So hopefully, ma-interest din kayo. Yan, na-mention ko kanina si Plant Tita K. Yan. Isa sa mga first na mga nag-participate sa amin.
Shinare nga niya na iba rin yung natutunan niya from the Kids Who Farm and then iba rin yung sa amin. So siguro, mag-join din tayo, Mike. Kila Sir Monsi. Ayun. Tapos, follow-up.
Pwede na makatulong din kayo to explain.
Pwede, sir, pwede. Sige, i-share doon, sir, sa ano yun, yung po ba yung urban farming course niya, sir, no? Yung sinasabi niya po. Nag-start.
Yes, yung online class and urban.
Pwede pa silang humabol, sir, if ever. Kasi parang nakita ko nag-start na po siya, di ba?
It's running naman siya, ongoing siya. So like every week we have two sessions. Pero ito medyo naging 2 sessions na lang. I remember nung April talaga. Sobrang like 3 sessions kami every week kasi ang daming gustong sumali. So kasama ko yung daughter ko. Siya nag-explain din siya about food security. So may mga topic siya na part dun sa learning course na yun.
Nice. Tapos may question si Ma'am Isabel. Kasi sabi niya, we are interested in the free seeds. How do we get some? We are from Manila. Kasi from Manila sila. Kami, namimigay kami within Cavite. So, sa Manila, dati na, ang pagkakaalam ko is Department of Agriculture, tsaka BPI, Bureau of Plant Industry. So, yun ma'am, pwede nyo i-check.
Yes.
Saan ba sa Manila si Ma'am Isabel? So we can ship na lang yung seeds niya free from our side sa Lakbay Gulay.
Sa Paranaque si ma'am.
Seeds and seedlings.
Nasa Paranaque si ma'am eh. Paranaque.
Okay, sige, PM na lang natin. PM na lang natin.
Malapit lang, nasa south.
Oo nga. PM nyo na lang pala kami.
Yung sa amin kasi dito lang sa Zamboanga.
Matagal pagkapag Zamboanga to Manila, buti ng ilang days. Oh, tsaka madidelay pa
Mataas na yung carbon footprint.
Oo nga eh.
Mataas yung carbon footprint ng seeds.
Yes. Ano pa ba? Meron pa bang question or ang ganda ng topic, parang nakakabit. Sabi niya, may question si Alexis, how to be part of the youth ambassador? Yeah, nice.
Okay, maganda na question yan. Yun nga kasi nga, we're hoping to have more like people representing Kids of Farm in other places. So if you're interested, please message us. Pwede naman natin pag-usapan yun. But we would really love to have everyone. Parang iniisip na namin talaga na everyone has a kid in us eh. Kahit adult ka, may kid pa rin sa'yo. So we want to take advantage of that parang youthful enthusiasm. Yung being a kid, di ba? Parang gusto mong gumawa ng something na alisgado kang gumawa ng mga bagay-bagay. So kahit hindi ka kid sa edad, but you can always be a kid at heart. So kaya hopefully makapag-message siya sa amin so we can talk about how to help her doon sa mga be part of the Kids Who Farm team.
Yan. Okay, so Alexis, pwede mo i-message ang Kids Who Farm Facebook page about your inquiry to become a youth ambassador. Good job.
Okay po, thank you.
Alright. Kasi Miss Vivian may question about, can we request copies of your manuals or books? We can put them in the community libraries we built made of eco bricks. So, available po ba sir yung mga manuals nyo or books that can be, pwede ba siyang i-share sa mga communities? So,
Ang sinishare namin is our presentation materials. So, right after the training, we provide the copies of the presentation materials. Kasi yung presentation materials namin parang techno-guide na rin yan. Ang technical guide siya. Mga nasa 100 slides, parang ganyan. Ang technical guide. So, yeah, pwede namin i-share. Walang problema yan.
Okay. So, pwede daw, Ma'am Vivian. No problem. Okay, so, meron pa ba kayong question about yung actually, overtime na tayo, but ang ganda ng topic. Anyone from the Zoom team, Zoom panels or guests? Sa Facebook pa may tanong pa. And actually, dami kong tanong. May tanong pa ako sa PC. Kasi
shout out tayo sa FB, si Doc Romero. is watching now. Oh, hello Doc. Katulong namin yan si Doc sa Project Art. Okay. Isa
Yan.
siyang dentista.
Hello, Doc. Hello.
So yung question ko, Sir Monsi, should farming be added in the curriculum ba? Kasi merong skill din na matututunan sa farming. It's more than just yung it's a life skill actually, di ba? Pwede ba tong, do you suggest na parang isama to kahit online lang or paano ba yan?
Actually, it's already there, no? Nasa curriculum na ng DepEd yun. In fact, yung daughter ko, meron siyang subject sa EPP na gardening sa first grading ata nila. Pero ang isang challenge lang talaga always, no? Parang lahat ng mga materials naman na tinuturo sa mga bata. I don't know sa private school, but in public schools, it's really part of the curriculum. Or at least yung subject, no? Yung farming. But yun nga, yung challenge kasi doon is that with all the other topics na integrated sa subject nila, parang yung aspect ng actual hands-on experience ay hindi masyadong natututukan. So basic concepts, theories, and yung mga principles of agriculture, nakita ko naman din yung module ng DepEd. Maganda talaga siya. So siguro yung enhancement lang na kailangan natin i-integrate doon is that if there's enough time really for the kids to do the actual experience, no? Either using yung current situation natin ngayon, either it's parang grow your own food sa bahay na merong integrated doon sa assignments nila and so on. Mas maganda sana yon. At as for the private schools, hindi ko lang alam kung integrated din siya. Pero mahalaga kasi nating maintindihan na yung why we're trying to push for something like this is that we want kasi to eliminate yung stereotype ng mga farmers or ng agriculture in general, to make kids realize that at an early age you can be a farmer. Everyone can be a farmer. Si Emmy is a teacher but she's a farmer, di ba? Si Efril is a student. But she's doing
Nawala si Sir Monsi. Ayun. Sir Monsi, nawala kayo kanina.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yung katulad naman na sinabi ko kanina, parang kailangan lang talaga siyang magkaroon ng enough time for the kids to implement it. Kasi okay naman yung theory in terms of yung production aspect lang, how to grow aspect. Pero mahalagang magkaroon din ng enough time for the children to really immerse themselves in production and of course, hopefully in marketing para mas ma-appreciate nila yung kahalagahan ng curriculum na yun sa kanilang buhay. Yan.
Nice. Thank you, Sir Monsi. Ay, wala ako. Wait lang. Yan. So, meron pa bang kayong mga questions or so sinabi niyo sir kanina to eliminate the stereotype. Kasi parang ngayon kasi ang nangyayari na parang ang iniisip lang pag magtatanim ka pag magtatanim considered as farmer na kagad, pwede ba namang parang someone who grows your food na lang ganun. Mas okay ba yun sir or if we grow ba parang are we considered farmer or pwede bang parang hobby lang or ano? Advocate.
Maybe yung idea kasi like, oo, we advocate yung participation in the food system. Kasi yun yung parang wala sa atin eh. Parang medyo malalim na discussion but tingin ko dahil nga masyadong globalized na yung ating food system, pretty much wala na tayong hold dun sa production aspect. Kung may disconnect between the consumer and the producer. And we always look at farmers as producer lang. So parang ganun lang talaga yung role nila. So kung magkakaroon ng opportunity for everyone to meaningfully participate in growing food as their contribution in food security, mas maganda sana yon. And yung sinasabi natin na mawala sana yung stereotype ng farmer, that also means na the thought na kaya naman pala nating mag-produce lahat na hindi ka necessarily na farmer ka. So parang kumbaga parang democratization ng role ng bawat isa in food production and in food security. I think mahalaga 'yon lalo na sa panahon ngayon.
Yes, I agree actually, Sir Monty. Ayan. Hello? Sorry, nakamute pala ako. Ayan, nakamute pala ako, Sir Monsi. Sorry. Ang ganda nga ng sinabi niyo, pero medyo malalim na nga siya kung tutuusin. Pero maganda na napag-uusapan to kasi para, yung mga tao nagkakaroon ng awareness ba at an early age. Hindi yung medyo parang limited lang na kailangan ganito sa kanila malalaman. Dapat expose na sila kaagad about how we can be part of contributing na sa food security ng bansa natin rather than, kung ano man yung nakikita at the moment. May question pala si Ayan, actually may sinabi si Marvin. Sabi niya, wala namang masama maging farmer. It's how we see them. We should advocate more of their importance in our food production. So yun, which is very true. Kasi pag sinabi nila nun, pag farmer, mahirap. Di ba, Sir Monsi? Parang ganon yung konsepto. So, hindi nila naiisip na yung farmer or whoever or who's growing our food, it's very important. Nawawala na nga yung connection with the food producers like what you said kanina. So, yun. Tama ba? Nakamute ba ako or something?
So actually, natutuwa ako, Sir Monsi, si yung anak mo, yung daughter mo, si Rina. Grabe, youngest co-founder na na-meet ko. Sayang hindi natin siya na-meet ngayon, ano? Si Rina. Anyway, Sir Monsi, sana let's collab in the future under ng SIPCare Go Palakas program. Yung Go Palakas program po ng SIPCare, ito po yung in charge sa food production under ng feeding program project ng SIPCare, yung Go Palakas. Go Palakas means to give strength sa mga bata. So hindi lang po yung farming ang tinuturo ng Go Palakas program ng SIPCare, pati yung values and wisdom. Health and hygiene, yan. So sana makapag-collaborate tayo in the future under ng SIPCare. Opo. Sir Monsi. So it's either online or anything, siguro knowledge sharing, technology know-how, mga ganon. Para marami pa tayong may spread na inspiration, lalo na sa mga children at young age.
Mm.
Okay. So, si April ata may sinasabi.
Yeah.
I
Sa
think,
pasta
yan.
is more of good food, 'di ba? Parang it's producing, it's eating the right food. But if we also teach kids to farm, it's a parang partnership, 'di ba? Magandang partnership yun. So,
Kasi po part ng Go Palakas program ng under ng SIPCare is yung we're teaching the parents and the kids the plant-based diet. Alam naman natin ang plant-based diet ay nakakatulong ng malaki sa ating body at sa environment. Kasi nga, plant-based diet helps lessen the carbon emission by 25%. Sipin nyo, laki nun. Meat industry produces 25% of the carbon emission footprints na ano niya. So yun po ang isang part ng Go Palakas program, yung teaching kids how to eat gulay again. Kasi nakakalimutan na natin yun eh. Di ba? Majority kasi ng food na kinakain ng bata ngayon, number 1, fast food chain, easy food. So yung gulay, wala na.
So may series yung ano natin eh. So first episode, we teach kids to farm. So parang may progression. So farming, dun sila magsisimula. Tapos sa susunod siguro, cooking naman, plant-based cooking.
Ganda yun. Maganda.
Episode natin, parang timing din. So sabi pala ni April, yun nga, I think there's nothing wrong if ever someone called yung mga farmers. Hindi naman siya dapat ikahiya. Siguro sa mindset lang po, yes. Actually, mga farmers are modern day heroes. Yun ang patingin ko sa kanila. Better than, they should be recognized kasi sila yung food producers natin. Pero dapat hindi lang din sila. We should also, on our own, parang be part of the process to produce our own food. Diba? Parang gano'n. So, yun.
Siguro mag-wrap up na tayo. Conclusion na, Lisa.
Yes. So far naman ako, ang dami ko natutunan actually kay Sir Monsi sa Kids Who Farm. Kasi pag tinignan mo lang yung Kids Who Farm, parang akala mo ganun lang, Kids Who Farm lang siya. Pero ang ganda ng advocacy niya. And ang dami na touch na sa community. So, maganda yung ganun ng natatama natin yung mga grassroots part of the community. And we make sure na meron tayong connection with the people. So, yun yung nakakatuwa. We start small and then we meet a lot of people. And then we make sure na we build relationship with them. And then from there, dun tayo nag-grow. So, since we made the connection with Kids Who Farm, so, ayan, eventually, ang dami namin natutunan. So, we will definitely share the advocacy of Kids Who Farm to a lot of people, lalo na sa mga kaibigan namin na may mga bata. And, ayun, to encourage more kids to farm. Actually, yun na. So, to encourage kids to farm, not adults to farm, and not lolos to farm, but kids to farm. Yun lang.
Si Happy Green Thumb, baka may sasabihin, si Manny.
Honey, Happy Green Thumb.
Nakatulog na.
Not feeling well kasi si Manny, Sir Monsi, pero yan, super rin siya sa talk na to, super excited din siya actually.
Actually, in behalf of Lakbay Gulay, Happy Green Thumb, and Green Camp Philippines, so ako po yung nagpapasalamat sa iyo, Sir Monsi, at saka sa 3 youth ambassadors, yung Kids Who Farm.
Ayan, actually eh.
Saka sa Kids Who Farm group na actually pinapalo ko lang kayo sa Instagram eh. So ngayon, na-meet ko na kayo online, saka yung mga 3 yung ambassador. At saka ako po yung nagpapasalamat sa mga umatin. Ilan ba to? 14.
Mag-picture tayo, so we are
So 14, isipin nyo po, yung 14 na to, malaking tulong na po to. Kami po ay natutuwa na may mga tao pa talagang interested sa ganitong topic.
Oo.
Diba? Ang galing, di ba? Tsaka natutuwa ako may mga bata. Si Rhea Mendoza, ayan, no.
Si Megan, years old. Si
Tsaka
Isabel,
kanina si Abiram.
10 years old naman.
Oo, may mga bata. Ang galing, di ba? Nakakatuwa. So, hindi lang adult yung mga involved sa, lalo na ngayong pandemic, sa gardening, pati na pala mga bata. Diba? Nakakatawa. So, lalong lumalawak talaga yung knowledge about grow your own food, yung pagmamahal natin sa mga halaman. Di ba? Ang laking tulong. So, maraming salamat, Sir Monsi, Kids Who Farm, at sa mga umattend dito sa ating FB Live and Zoom talk, Zoom meeting.
Mag-picture tayo sana uli with everyone.
Yes, sige.
Nawala si Sir Monsi.
Group picture. Para meron tayong souvenir.
Yes, so i-open yung mga cameras. Siguro magkaroon tayo ng assignment para naman hindi na matatapos sa sa parang sa talk na to yung natin yung connection natin. So yung mga kids na naka-participate, pwede rin si Marvin adult. Let's see kung magtatry na kayo mag-grow your own food. Sabi nga ni Sir Monsi, try mo na with cuttings, yung mga kangkong, talbos. So, si Abira, magtatanim na rin niya ng talbos, ganyan. So, let's start small and then, para ma-feel natin yung sinasabi ni Sir Monsi na we have to do it actually. Dapat gawin natin para mas magkaroon ng impact. Di ba? Para mas, pag sinare mo sa ibang tao at nagawa mo, mas magkakaroon ng dating. Hindi yung parang theory lang, di ba? So, ayan. So, request ko sana na mag-open ng camera.
Retouch ng kaunti.
Ayan
na si Abiram. Andiyan na si Abiram. Oh. Abiram.
Sa Abiram, magpa-plant ka na.
Nag-start na sila ng Si Abiram Villamor po siya yung son na may-ari ng Greenery Kitchen. Yan.
Vegan.
Vegan restaurant in Metro Manila. Isa po silang vegan restaurant sa Metro Manila.
Okay, ayan na. So, ready? Okay. Smile na tayo. Tingin sa camera. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Salamat.
Andiyan si Mami Ivy.
Ayan si Ivy. Sama ka, Ivy.
Kayo, isa pa.
Si Manny.
Wait lang ha. So may mga assignment ng mga kids na nag-participate. 1, 2, 3. Nice. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
So, any last words, sir? Thank you. For the kids, lalo na nandito. Any last words? Kids at heart?
Yeah, so first, gusto ko magpasalamat. No? Thank you so much, Lakbay Gulay, Green Camp Philippines, and Green Thumb PH for this opportunity na kami po yung magbahagi on behalf sa mga kasamahan ko, si Efril, si Ryan, at si Emmy. Gusto kong magpasalamat sa inyo sa opportunity. So para sa mga kids naman, wag lang kayong mahiyang matuto kasi nga growing food is a learning process. So isa siyang life skill. So at hindi po pasiguro niyo maiintindihan ngayon kung gaano siya ka-importante. Pero yung experience yung mahalaga sanang matutunan ninyo. Yung activities na interesting kasi it's really heartwarming to watch your plants grow. It's really heartwarming to see mga butterflies sa inyong mga garden, ganyan, and you see the fruits of your labor. And hopefully, maingganyo pa rin kayong magtanim kahit tapos na yung natin ngayon, COVID. Kung matatapos man siya, hopefully, mag-ingganyo pa rin kayong magtanim at maging kabahagi tayong lahat, lalo na yung mga kabataan, dun sa solusyon sa food security. Kasi nga, lahat tayo, kahit ikaw ay isang musmus pa lang or bata, meron kang participation. Kasi yun ang kulang sa atin yung hindi tayo na-recognize na isa tayong malaking participant sa solusyon. So kung ma-recognize lang tayo na participant pala tayo kahit bata lang tayo, meron tayong malaki talagang maitulong dun sa solusyon ng pagkain. Sana maengganyo pa kayo na gawin niyo yung contribution ninyo. So maraming salamat ulit at good afternoon.
Thank you so much, Sir Monsi. And sana hindi pa ito yung last. And
Sure.
sa
Oo
lahat.
nga, sana may part 2 pa tayo, Sir Monsi.
Sir, actually,
mag-collaborate tayo.
Actual na camp. Ganun, ano.
Maraming salamat, Emmy.
Thank you, Emmy.
At si Epri, yung ating mga ambassador.
Yes.
Ambassador.
Na naman po, thank you din po sa opportunity na ma-share po namin yung mga experiences namin sa Kids to Farm. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you.
Salamat, Brenda, Marvin, Sophia, RJ, Ma'am Isabel, Abiram Villamor, Ria Mendoza,
yes,
and Alexis Licahuerta. Salamat po.
Bye-bye.
Happy planting! Bye-bye. Sir Monsi, maraming salamat. See you in our next talk.
Take care po, everyone. Bye-bye.
Stay safe. God
Thank you
bless.
po.
God bless.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you po. God